The chains clink, hear the echo in the fog of the land. Dollar bills on the leash, gripped tight by the hand. Eagles clip, can't fly, wings covered in grime. Statues cry, tears of oil, rusted gears at a time. Never bow, never break, never simping again. Simping's a sickness, let the truth be the pen. Trust the plan, they said, but look where we stand. A chessboard flip, now it's war in the sand. Puppet strings pulled tight, marionettes in the hall. Politicians dance smooth while the empire falls. Mountains of dead, can't climb, can't crawl. Truth buried deep beneath the Capitol walls. Drums of war beat heavy, echo loud in the haze. Promises shattered like glass in a maze. Voices scream betrayal, trapped in the blaze. The flag waves torn, lost in forgotten days. Never bow, never break, never simping again. Simping's a sickness, let the truth be the pen. Trust the plan, they said, but look where we stand. A chessboard flip, now it's war in the sand. Never bow, never break, never simping again. Simping's a sickness, let the truth be the pen. Trust the plan, they said, but look where we stand. A chessboard flip, now it's war in the sand. Trump card played wrong, now the deck's in their hands. Deal signed in the dark, bleeding out the land. Fist clenched, eyes sharp, time to make a stand. Own our future, no pawn, just a king in demand. Trump card played wrong, now the deck's in their hands. Deal signed in the dark, bleeding out the land. Fist clenched, eyes sharp, time to make a stand. Own our future, no pawn, just a king in demand.
What is going on? Welcome back to another episode. Well, I guess you really can't even call it that. Another episode of Offensively Accurate. This is going to be a casual stream. If anybody's not familiar, it's because I did it before I gained almost all of my following. About a month ago, had an idea. Wanted to do some kind of casual stream, add a bit more variety, have a bit more fun, play around with things a little bit. And partially because, too, I was looking at news today. Just seemed ultimately like it was, for the most part, largely slow, besides two main things, and I couldn't really decide on if I wanted to do a video or not. So switch the schedule around, I should say. Sunday will be the day I will be putting out a video. And as you can see, good thing I didn't stream because Candace Owens was copywriting basically anybody who was restreaming that debate there. So with that, we're going to be casual. This is going to be largely a reaction video to a lot of scary videos. I have a few of them that I pulled together already. I have about 5 of them. I will be using headphones this time around, so I will be making sure, and hopefully we will have no issues with sound, that is. And I do want to give a shout out as well. There were a couple people actually, but one in particular, I believe his name is Punished Mav, and hopefully he'll be in chat today, did reach out to me saying that they did want to see more of these kinds of streams. They wanted to see more of the scary reactions. They liked that. And so I just did a poll earlier today, and it won handily over the topical video. So here we are. Nice to see everybody in here. I'm going to get these ready to go. It looks kind of funky, to be honest. But the first video that we have today, and we're going to do some horror films as well. But the first video that we have today, I'm going to pull it up, put it on screen here. First video that we have today, and that is the unfortunate part, is I need to get YouTube Premium still. is going to be from King Frostmare. So this video from King Frostmare, oops, don't want to spoil it. He seems to be, oh, of course, another ad. Oh my gosh. He seems to be like the smallest of all these major guys who I've been seeing posting these. I know the common ones like Nuke's top 5. There's also a few other ones as well, like Bubbo or Buzzlebeeb or something like that. Can't think of what he's called. So once we get through one of these videos, I'm going to turn to you guys, the chat, and it's going to straight up ask, is this a good? Should we revisit this guy's channel? Should we come back to him? Or is it like nah, we're not going there? So after each one, I'm going to turn it to you guys, see if we like it or not. If we don't, we'll move on. I got a list ready and we'll start kind of knocking them off, right? That we can make sure we keep the ones that we want to go to in the future. So make sure it's all set, all good. Okay. And if you guys are ready, we're going to get this started here. This is, again, the first one. The scariest police videos ever captured by officers 5 from King Frostmare. So here we go.
Late at night, 2 officers were driving through a
That's probably way too loud for you guys.
quiet small town. They spotted someone odd standing by the roadside. The sight was strange enough that they pulled out their cameras to record it. At first, they thought it was just a prankster trying to scare drivers.
That's fake. I'm going to be honest. That's definitely fake. Like I'm not buying that for even a minute.
Still, the urban legend of a roaming ghost that appears in this area made them hesitate. They didn't just dismiss the possibility. Suddenly, it felt like they might have caught the real thing. Pretty creepy and mysterious.
It is creepy though. I'll give it that. It was definitely creepy.
During a late-night shift, a night officer was making his rounds in an old hospital wing that had been closed for renovations. He was under the impression that he would be the only person inside that empty section, but a strange movement in the dimly lit background almost went unnoticed by him. A dark shape darted quickly through the hallway before disappearing behind a nearby wall. Some people believe it was the restless spirit of a former patient drawn back to these halls. They say the shadow appeared completely headless, which convinced many that this was a true paranormal encounter. Is something like
Okay, come on. Headless. Get a better angle.
normal encounter.
The guy's definitely got a head. It looks like a full head of hair trailing behind him.
Is something like this really possible?
Okay.
An officer recorded this video after he and EMS were called to a crash site deep in the forest. The vehicle had rolled over in a fatal accident, leaving the driver beyond help. As the rescue team worked around the wreckage, their camera caught something strange in the background. A faint, almost see-through figure drifted across the shot. It was later confirmed no one else was at the scene besides.
That just looks like a weird bit of like dust, if that. And let me know if the audio sounds good, if there's a big difference between me and the video or not. It looks okay on my end, but I always want to be sure with you guys. Just let me know if something's wrong.
Police and medics. The shape appeared hunched, like it was trying to stay hidden from view. Some believe it was the driver's spirit hanging around one last moment before moving on. Who can say for sure what it really was? Now, let's take another look at the case of Angelo, a night officer working the late shift at an old abandoned school. He's experienced some truly unsettling events there, and one of his first proofs is a single photograph he took in one of the empty classrooms after hearing footsteps. That one photo was enough to show him.
Okay, that's creepy. That's creepy. You can see it better then. That's what actually terrifies me, is seeing like the peeking around the corner, like slightly hiding the more humanoid aspects of it. But so far I've not seen, this has not been scary. I did vet these, I promise you. I did vet them a bit more than I did the last ones. But that kind of stuff is what fearful me.
That one photo was enough to show him that something eerie has taken up residence here. In the photo, a hazy figure lingers just behind the wall, its eyes fixed on him. Its features twist into a nightmarish expression that sends chills right through you. That image pushed Angelo to take extra precautions on his night patrols. Next, we see footage he recorded during one quiet night when he decided to walk us through the dark, creepy hallways.
De hecho, por aquí inicio porque por acá me queda cerca la torre de control. Si veo algo o me pasa algo acá, yo salgo corriendo a mi torre de control y ahí me enllavo. Pero como les seguía diciendo, este lugar es un poco sano y pues no pasa nada. Bueno, ya me han empezado experiencias así, pero no todas son paranormales. Algunas son más bien sospechas de algún ladrón. Esto antes fue un centro tecnológico donde le daban clases a personas, pues sabes. Venían aquí las personas y recibían clases y pues básicamente quedó abandonado pues.
And that's always the scariest. Hospitals, asylums, old abandoned school buildings, like all of those like large places where so many things make sounds, dude. That stuff is absolutely terrifying.
Por razones que yo no entiendo, pero todo esto estaba lleno de computadoras y todas las aulas también de otras cosas, pues no sé, reparadores de mecánica o qué sé yo, no sé. Y pues este es el lugar por donde yo inicio, de aquí es donde yo inicio. Aquella puerta que ven allá, no sé si la pueden ver desde aquí. Esa puerta que está allá, que probablemente se vaya a abrir. ¿Ves? Ahí está, sabía yo, siempre a esta hora se abre. Esa puerta es donde me estaba apareciendo la otra cosa del video anterior.
Is that not a person
Una
right
carita
there?
que salía y salía, ahí está. Puta. Movió mi torre de control.
Bro, I swear that was a
Bueno,
person.
gente, por eso les digo que yo siempre me gusta estar cerca de mi torre de control.
Did you catch that face peeking around the corner at the start?
They're probably going to say it's him.
Punished Mav has donated $2 and says, "Yo, it's Orthodoxer 88. Nice to see ya live."
Nice to see you, Punished. I was actually just talking about you a second ago. Give me the inspiration to do this today.
Ragnar says, "What's up, Atlas? Dropping by to say hi. We need another short docu soon."
Yes, nice to see everybody in here. Yes, documentaries coming up. I have two. One that I'm working on right now is dispensationalism, and the second one, not sure when that one will get released because I haven't even started working on it yet, will be freedom of association. Those two are coming down the line. But nice to see you guys, and I appreciate seeing you in here. And thank you for the donation, brother. I appreciate that.
Un poco sano y pues no pasa nada. Bueno.
Bro. That is literally just another Mexican. I mean, it's still like scary if you weren't expecting it, but like, you know, it's just some other random guy.
One of those doors swung open without any visible cause, but that was just the beginning. During the same night, strange sounds got louder, almost
Like, he's got like some big buck teeth too, man. Camera's picking that up. That's
like
hilarious.
something was right behind him.
Entonces, ¿qué es eso que se escucha? ¿Qué es eso que se escucha? Bueno.
And no joke, the footsteps that come forward, like come towards him, it sounds like sandals. Oh my gosh. It's just his friend, bro. Like this one's so fake. It's insane. I'll go to these while I'm gonna move
Ronnie
up.
Choppa says, that one with the spirit running past was real. Go back and look at the garbage can lid flipping. When a true supernatural event occurs, things around go wonky.
I've heard that, right? Like the paranormal activity, right? And all the different kinds, like with poltergeists and different stuff like that as well. I don't know if that was a spirit though. It looked like a kid to me.
Punished Mav says, yo, let's fucking go. I wasn't able to say Twitter in my super chat.
Really? It's odd. That's odd. I wonder why. You'd think they would expect that you'd rather say Twitter than X. That's weird. I don't know. I have all moderation on my channel turned off, and they still hide people's comments. It's crazy. But let's move up here. Let's move on. Because like I'm not buying this one unless you guys are desperate for me to stay here. I mean, it looks kind of long though. I don't know. Okay, let's give it a little bit. Looks like it's long.
He barely reacts, but it's enough to make your heart pound. A couple of nights later, Angelo checked another classroom.
Y esta sería la última aula que realiza en el rondín. Ah, como pueden ver, pues está un poco descuidada porque aquí han guardado las cosas que el colegio antes usaba. Me escuché algo, pero no sé qué fue. Bueno, colación. Uy, colación. No jodas. Ojalá que lo haya grabado. Ojalá que lo haya grabado.
The guard moved to another wing of the school and tried to put the incident out of his mind. But the next night, small hints told him something was still there.
I mean, truth be told, I'd be terrified too, but like if you go back at it, it's clearly like it follows an extremely linear path. Like someone just has a string attached to it.
Art moved to another wing of the school and tried to put the incident out of his mind. But the next night...
Yeah, actually, I should probably be less skeptical, to be honest. I don't want to sour it out for anybody else here.
Small hints told him something was still there.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I see that live streaming when you're wage slaving. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. I'm rooting for everybody to get out of that.
El Astro Loco says, Jesus Christ is indeed God.
Amen. Christ is King. Jesus Christ is Lord. Appreciate always seeing that in here. Thank you, brother.
Lola Marble says, if I donate to your channel it says I'm buying a license.
I have no idea what that is. I would just avoid it. I appreciate the sentiment, but I don't want you to get scammed. Some Indian halfway around the world. I don't know. I think that might be like with the memberships. I could be wrong about that. Trust me, I completely appreciate the sentiment, but don't do anything if it makes you feel weird or you're getting scammed, because like I don't really know how that works, to be honest with you. But I think the license thing might be because it's a membership. Not sure.
Mira, estoy grabando esto. Bueno, estoy un poco asustado, pero igual. Mira, esa aula está llevada, pero esa luz quedó encendida cuando se fueron. Ya el colegio tiene mucho abandonado. Mira, la luz se enciende y se apaga cuando yo estoy largo, pero cuando yo me acerco, mira lo que pasa. Ahorita se enciende y se apaga. Ahora mira, ahorita cuando me acerco, mira.
I'm going to be honest. That is legitimately terrifying right there. That is actually terrifying. Just the way it even looks on camera, like the little VHS effect too. Like, ooh, man.
Mira Mira, yo sé que puede ser una falla porque está ese cepo parpadeando. Ajá, yo lo entiendo. Pero yo no entiendo por qué cuando yo me acerco, mira, no ha parpadeado ni una vez. Y el aula está enllavada porque así la dejaron los maestros. Ahora mira cuando yo uy, que ando tartamudo del asustado que estoy. Ahora mira cuando yo me alejo. Mira, ya viste. Mira. Ahora mira cuando me acerco. Mira. Nada.
Okay.
Nada. Ahora mira ahorita que me
I mean, unless like the light switch is buried into that corner back to his right-hand side, I find it hard to think that his friend could be in there doing this. That is a little odd. This one's and that's kind of like the rule of thumb, right? It's like out of the 10 scary videos you see, it's like you'll typically see like one thing where you're like, wait a minute, interesting. Oh wow. You're like, okay, that might actually be for real. Out of like, you know, the 10 things that are get thrown in there. And his reaction's real, right? Like I'm stuttering again and now I'm moving away. Like, you know, this one's a bit, this part of the video is a little bit more believable, but because it's like this full kind of like little story thing he's doing, that's why I find it less believable. He's like adding lore to it. But that room by itself, this is the first scary thing. We're 8.5 minutes in. That's the first thing. It's like, oh well, that's maybe believable. Let's see this. I think I have a couple people who ask me questions to go here.
Ragnar says, Atlas, do you believe demons exist in this realm? If you do, these videos become more scary FR.
Yes, I do. So like, I'm not a skeptic in the sense that like, I'm skeptical of the ghost. I'm skeptical because I know people know that this stuff makes good content and in turn you can make money off of it. So I'm more so always thinking through of like, what are the ways that this could be fake, right? And that's part of politics, right? what you don't know is actually that politics and watching and reacting to scary videos are the same, because the main goal is trying to figure out if you're being lied to or not. And so like, it's just me transferring a skill set to another industry. But yes, I do think that they exist. I feel like I've maybe only ever once really ever been in contact with someone who might actually have been. But in terms of, you know, to the specifics, not really sure. I do definitely believe that they do exist in this room though.
Punished Mav says, Atlas, forgive me for being off topic with the video, but how did you meet your wife? LP for my hypocrite says your best bet as a single guy is to become a niche micro a celeb nowadays.
You know, that is kind of funny, to be honest. What I would tell you though is, and I don't know too much about iHypocrite. What I would tell you is, I mean, I think that's a good bet, right? I think being successful in general is definitely a good bet. But I posted something on X actually earlier today from Zerka, because Zerka occasionally drops bangers every so often. And so what Zerka basically had said was, it's actually easier to romanticize, like have a successful romantic relationship with a left-leaning woman than it is a right-leaning woman. And that is actually exactly how I met, like how my relationship with my wife was. Now, I did meet my wife online, right? We actually met through Tinder. I was still in the college campus area shortly after I had, you know, been done with my schooling there at Ohio State. And that's actually how I won her over. I won't spend too much time on this. We go back to scare video. But that is how I won her over, and she'll agree with, you know, she's in here. You can find her somewhere, even in the Discord. She'll tell you the same thing. I won her over through a series of, not from the moment we met, but I was willing to take on, and she's going to hate that I'm saying this, I was willing to take on a project. Basically meaning I was willing, because I thought I was so attracted to her, I was willing to try to see if I could fix her, right? It's the meme. Yeah, I can fix her. And part of the reason why we built so much trust was because I repeatedly, day in and day out, when she would say some weird liberal thing or some weird feminist thing, I would go, nope, not true. No, not true. Let me show you why. And it was And she was willing to hear what the other side was. And I'm not to say every kind of girl's like that, but that was my method. I found a left-leaning girl and I was articulate enough to show her that she was wrong. She's like now appreciative of the fact that I showed her that she was wrong. And now that we have our daughter, we're married, we moved on, she is grateful to the fact that I was willing to say, hey, like, let me take you under my wing, you know, for lack of better words, and show you the right way and be willing to deal with all the, you know, the feminazi stuff that came along with it. And now we're well beyond the other side of that, right? Now my wife's more conservative and more based than any conservative e-girl you'll ever find on the internet, period. But short story, I appreciate you asking though, by the way, but we'll move on. And what's up, Donnie? Let's get back to the video.
Estoy tartamudeando. Ahora mira, ahorita que me aleje. Ahí está. No fue. No creo que sea un defecto del aula. Mira, se apagó. No creo que sea un defecto del aula, pero lo que voy a hacer es que me voy a encerrar allá donde estoy cuidando. Es que mira, que es bien oscuro. A veces hasta esa luz le agarra así, a todas las luces le agarra así. Mira, sigue parpadeando, mira. Mira. Ahora, si yo me acerco rápido, corriendo, para no darle tiempo. Nada, mira. ¡Ah! Ahí está, ahí está, ahí está, ahí está. Ya no se volvió a apagar.
Things get even stranger when viewers point out that at 1:15, something moves right behind the classroom.
Nada, ahora mira, ahorita que me
I have back-to-back meetings.
Oh my
I
gosh.
can't find my notes.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't see that part. I'm hoping that they're going to slow it down a little bit because I did not see what they were talking about there. Also, yeah, she more than likely is watching, and I will not be in existence tomorrow. To be honest with you. No, just kidding. That's not how we run the household. But yes, nice to see everybody in here. I think King Solo Wings, appreciate seeing you in here, brother, as well.
Is it a wandering spirit?
I see it now.
Or something evil looking to take over?
What if it was just some like crazy homeless guy? You know, like some terrified homeless dude who's just like chilling in that place. And he was like, maybe if I make some noise, they'll get scared and leave.
An officer in France was called to an old, supposedly empty building. Somebody in the area swore they had heard screams. He started by checking the main floor, but found nothing out of the ordinary. Then he headed down into the basement, and that's where things took a terrifying turn.
Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un encore qui habite ici? Waouh, l'état de la cave. C'est quoi ça?
Bro. Okay, we went from like scary amateur videos to Hollywood CGI production. Bro. I really look at this, man. And here's the thing too. And this is because, again, I edit videos like crazy, right? I've been doing it for years now. What I noticed first wasn't the alien, the ghost. Watch the camera movement from this. Watch how like quantitatively eased it is and how quick it is. And it doesn't have to worry about focusing. I know it's come more like specific details, but watch this camera movement here.
Waouh, l'état de la cave. C'est quoi ça?
Like that is unnatural camera movement, right? That is like, you would have to have a professional rig to sit there on a gyro to go, whoop, you know, and like not, you know, and not have like a little bit of shakiness to it as well. But this is terrifying. Dude, like, it's too late. It's already too late.
In the short footage, you can just
Now, I didn't react, but I just pissed a little bit. I wasn't expecting it to move. Let's do one more time.
In the short footage, you can just make out a towering figure with glowing eyes. It crouches low, as if ready to spring. And right at that moment, the
Bro, I looked so long for a thumbnail-worthy image. I didn't see this in there at all. This would have been perfect. This is legitimately terrifying.
video cuts out. We don't know what happened next, but some think this could be more than a trick of shadows. Could something otherworldly really have lured him into that house? Hard to say.
It's fake, by the way, guys. I'm sorry. I don't want to break it to you like that. Cool, though. I liked it. They put some effort into it.
This video was shot by a night officer who was patrolling a big school. Tonight, while he was walking the hallways, he felt like someone or something was trailing him. He also heard odd noises echoing through the empty building. Realizing he was completely alone, he started to document.
Les digo, y estoy yo solo.
You can hear strange sounds coming from somewhere inside the school. The officer keeps documenting, but what happens next gave him the chills.
Bro, what was
Suddenly, a
that?
distant scream reverberates down the corridor, sending fear through the officer. When he later looked into the school's history, he found out 2 students had died on that very hallway. Then he steps into a classroom.
No manches,
Oh, what's going on?
se cayó la silla. Miren,
This is the only officer in the world that doesn't have a flashlight.
The chairs that were neatly placed on the tables crash to the floor all by themselves. He turns to look, and the room is empty. Reviewing the security footage, he discovered even more unsettling moments were recorded. The following night, he captured something even more disturbing.
Hold on. That sound, though, like that moan, like they didn't even revisit it. So where are we at? 1310. I'm going to go back to that because I want to hear that again. That was like the back room sound. Yeah, anybody watch any like back room games? Like that is like, that's eerie. You know, it's like, it's like there's nothing you can do, the siren head kind of sound. Like that's like not even human, right? Like what is that sound? Where are we at? 1310? Go back a little bit. Like, Let me catch up on a couple of these though. This one's a little eerie. I have goosebumps right now. Actually, I didn't have any goosebumps for like the one I did last time. I do appreciate it, guys. I see a couple of those comments in there. Let's see. Where was one at? I thought I was gonna grab one.
Donnie Brooke says, if she wants to get back at you, she could always do the silly mustache in your sleep.
No.
She would be a hero to the community.
No. If I wake up with in a pile of shaved facial hair, dude, I will be beyond the word angry could articulate. But yes.
Vince Staples says, thank you for making me a member.
Yes, truth be told, I entirely forgot that I can give out free gifts. I dumped them all out on yesterday's stream, but you're very welcome. Very welcome for that.
Donnie Brooke says, Ronnie, I'm good brother, just happy to be done work.
I didn't mean to click on that one, guys. Apologize. But okay, let's do this. Let's pick back up here.
Disturbing.
Oigan, miren, no sé si alcancen a ver ahí en la ventana. Ahí. Que se
Oh,
ve,
yeah.
¿sí ven?
You see it?
At the window, a dark figure.
This is gonna be me in 7 years. I'm gonna make my daughter, hey, go stand behind that door. Don't come in, just stand there for 30 seconds. Keep your head by the window. Downloading scary music. Boom. TikTok influencer by tomorrow. That'd be funny.
Figure briefly appears behind the glass panel before vanishing completely. It seemed that this activity was growing stronger, and it's uncertain how this situation is being dealt with. A security team reviewed their video footage after a staff member reported feeling something brush against her hair, even though she was
Oh, what's this?
Donnie Brooks says, "You missed his compliment."
Oh, there it is.
El Astro Loco says, "You're a real one, Atlas."
So are you, brother. Appreciate it. El Astro was the first one that said Jesus Christ is King in chat today. He is the honorary member of the day. But thank you very much for that, brother. I do appreciate it.
completely alone. They confirmed there were no windows or vents in the room. No breeze could explain it. Yet on video, you see a faint movement behind her shoulder, like an unseen hand gliding through. Is this a camera trick? Or did an invisible presence really reach out? This eerie clip raises more questions than it answers.
Okay, did it say like why this cop is like filming this woman through glass? Like that part is what gets me at first, right? Like what? Like why is this video being recorded in the first place? But anyways.
This is a video
Este
from a
hombre estaba
retired
solo en el
police
campo
officer who was
cuando algo
visiting his
comenzó a
son in the
aparecerse.
middle of nowhere.
Aparentemente
Never
él nunca
encountered
había vivido
anything
nada
paranormal.
Bro, am I supposed to hear what this guy is saying over the Spanish speaking individual who's louder than him?
Mal.
Before, so
Por
the
eso le llamó
following
tanto la
encounter really
atención.
caught him off guard.
Bueno, acá se ve un patio, pero es todo campo. Y me senté 2 segundos acá y... ¿Lo ven? ¿Lo ven ahí?
Okay, what is that?
Hace unos segundos se está asomando algo y... Yo veo... ¿Ven? ¿Lo ven? ¿Se ve? ¿Ven? ¡Ey! ¡Ey! Concha de la lora. No veo nada, la puta que lo re bien parió.
Porque después se dan vueltas.
Me doy vuelta,
También
me
es
doy vuelta
cierto
todo alrededor,
que
no hay nada,
Menem utiliza los recursos del Congreso para tener un montón de gente que lo asesora.
La casa estaba...
I just don't like how he was like so
Gente
nonchalant.
que hoy se denominan trolls en redes sociales.
Escucha,
Yo no
escucha.
creo en eso. Por eso me enfrento a esa situación. Es su manera de vivir la comunicación.
I mean,
no
I can't even tell what's going on anyways because the brother's just literally running around the house like, like, dude, like, okay, like maybe that's partially, points to his advantage, right? A more natural reaction. He's like literally terrified. He's scared.
Donnie Brooks says, "Little girls are terrifying. My daughter used to make weird noises in the night and I'd go to check on her and she would be standing in the middle of the room with a blanket over her head humming."
I tell you what, I ain't looking forward to that. That's for sure. Not in the slightest. One thing I want to see though, let me see if I can grab this here. How do I do it, guys? See, oh, it's down here. I'm retarded sometimes, I promise you. or any of these. I promise you, I heard English at some point when I skimmed through them. Dude, man. Wow. Wow. Dude, brain's getting there at some point, I promise you. That is also hilarious, Punished.
Y no lo necesito nunca. Imagínese que vengo del periodismo como no creo en esa forma de comunicar. Entonces, yo, como evidentemente él siempre trata de tergiversar,
no, estoy re loco.
me remito a las redes
no, estoy re loco. Bueno, si vieron algo, me dicen en los comentarios.
Dude, who is the woman talking?
Also, this shadow in the doorway has never been explained. Aside from that odd whisper, notice the clip of a broadcast that kicks in around halfway through. Maybe it's an editing glitch, or perhaps the spirit is using the radio waves to reach out.
Oh, okay.
Could this presence really be meddling with the signal to let us know it's there? How creepy.
Yeah, that one's kind of sucked, to be honest with you.
This was filmed by a coast guard patrolling the sea at night. He had no idea, but his camera might have caught some spirits drifting on the water's surface. It was far too late and too risky for anyone to be swimming. Besides, these shapes were way out beyond the safe zone. Could this Coast Guard have captured a real spirit encounter? This recording was shared by an officer who stated...
What was I supposed to see in this last one? Was it like the people?
Could this Coast Guard have captured a real spirit encounter?
I don't know. I'm just confused by that one.
This recording was shared by an officer who stated that they noticed something strange in the abandoned building across the police station. Their CCTV camera captured what appeared to be people, even though nobody was living there.
I'm still confused by the last one. I mean to press that. My bad. I hate this music.
It is pretty clear that there are two outlines that are not accounted for. How is this possible? As stated before, nobody was living in this building at the time. Was it perhaps two visitors from the afterlife?
What is this camera? Is this like some thermal imaging camera from like Afghanistan? Like, what are we looking at? Bro, the editing on this one has been dog
This is
shite.
another strange CCTV recording which was captured in front of another police station.
Dude, what? What is that?
They saw a ghostly object hovering around in the midst of night.
What is that? Man.
Could this be?
It seems like it's an object. What is that, bro?
Police station. They saw a ghostly object hovering around in the midst of night. What could this be?
I have no idea. That is extremely perplexing. Also, yeah, I think Punished Mav asked me earlier if I play horror games.
Punished Mav says, also, am I the only one who plays horror games?
I don't play as many anymore. I think the last one I played was like Phasmophobia when it released, and that would have been like what, 2021, maybe a little bit later than that. I could be wrong about my timeline. But I watch people play scary games all the time. I really like King Wolves, Hollow, Markiplier's hit or miss really. But me and my wife watch that stuff all the time. Do you guys watch horror games like that? I almost watch horror games. People play through horror games more than I watch regular TV. If I'm being honest with you. I get to play this video.
This was captured by an officer who just started patrolling the night shift at a new job. People told him that this old building might be haunted, but he didn't believe his fellow officers. Just ghost stories, he thought. Well, then the following unfolded.
No mames, güey, necesito que alguien venga, güey. Se escuchan cosas, güey, y... No mames, se escucha la puta regadera, güey, del puto baño, güey. No mames. Necesito que alguien venga, güey, me estoy cagando de miedo, güey, a Chile, güey. Oiga, güey. No mames, güey, no prende la puta luz, güey. No mames, Puchi, güey. No seas ojete, güey. No mames. No mames, güey. Hay alguien, güey. A la verga. No mames.
Bro, just peek. Just peek. Do it.
No mames. No mames.
A creepy pale face is peeking out at him from behind a wall.
That's what I thought I saw.
The man states that he clocked out.
It's
after
just a
his night.
sliver, but it's there. Eye socket at least, right? You can at least see that much of the face. 5 head. Super pale though. And you can kind of see its like outline down along, but I mean, if it doesn't go all the way over there, who knows? That could be like a sideways facing smoke alarm for all I know. The guy seems pretty terrified though, I'm not gonna lie.
How terrifying.
I don't know, that one could be faked pretty easily though.
A security guard spotted something alarming during his night shift at an old gym. On the grainy footage, he thought he saw a person morphing, shifting shape right before his eyes. Could he really have recorded a shapeshifter?
That was just weird. That
Is
one
such a
looks
creature
like
even possible?
camera's malfunctioning. That one's super weird. I'm gonna be honest. It followed her.
A young woman began experiencing something really terrifying. She felt that a presence had somehow attached itself to her during her shifts. The situation took an even darker turn after she moved to a new home in France. What might have been manageable escalated dramatically after she and some friends played with a Ouija board, treating it as harmless entertainment. This choice seemed to strengthen whatever had followed her from her security job. Within days, the haunting signs began, strange noises echoing through her house.
I'm gonna be the most unbelievable thing about this. is the fact that this girl works a security job. We ain't getting off on do a good foot with this one. That is for sure.
When she was alone, as if an invisible visitor was keeping her company.
What is she even doing?
The footsteps she captured on video were unmistakable and far too deliberate to be written off as normal house noises. As she investigated the sounds, one thing became frighteningly clear. Something or someone seemed to be making these sounds.
Et j'arrive pas à dormir parce que j'entends tellement de bruit dans la maison que j'ai l'impression qu'elle est en travaux. Ce qui m'a empêché de dormir, c'est une porte qui claque. Il n'y a pas de vent. J'ai trouvé cette photo, qui est une carte postale qui date de 1922. Truc de fou.
Yeah, those are either like petrified eyes or those are meth eyes.
Il y a plein d'objets anciens dans la maison que je retrouve au fil du temps et j'ai l'impression que la maison, elle a une histoire de fou malade. Genre clairement, c'est un truc de ouf. Genre regardez. Il y a encore des bruits, les gars, c'est dingue.
The music's overboard.
The woman's experience took an even stranger turn when she discovered an old key hidden behind a painting. Remember?
See, that's what I mean. Like, they do this stuff where it's like, it could be like partially believable, but then they turn into like a 9-part adventure and like how their friends also have these things happen. And it's like, okay, it then begins to be very unbelievable. It's like, if it was that level of, terrifying in an event, like I probably would have heard about it in the news. They just keep going. It's how they keep adding more to it. It's like, just let it be like the 1 or 2 instances.
Remembering the locked basement door, she decided to try the key. What happened next was so frightening that she immediately fled the house.
Oh, bro. Oh, that like. But can you imagine your front door being open? You're hearing some loud sound, you're by yourself, and you walk upstairs and like your front door is wide open. I mean, like, that's like, even if it wasn't like a ghost, right? It's still scary. Like, that's like scary for different reasons. It's now scary for serial killer reasons, right? And this is now scary for, who is in my home? Home invader kind of scary there. And she just keeps pushing.
Elle sent le fer, mais vraiment, elle est toute vieille. Même mes mains, maintenant, ça sent. Ah, il y a des moustiques en plus. C'est rentré, les gars.
I don't know if that was as loud for you guys as it just was for me. All right. You got me. I wasn't expecting that. Expecting her to like slowly push the door open a little bit. Oh man. Okay. Okay, what is she doing? Let's go back a little bit. What is she doing? Why is she doing this? We'll go pause. I see we got a couple of chats. I'll go up and visit here in a second. Let's see.
Donnie Brooke says, I also loved Dying Light, Dead Island, Left 4 Dead, but they didn't lean as hard into the horror genre.
Dying Light is, to me, one of those games that stands, like it's very transcendent, especially if you compare it to like other games that was released around the same time. Dying Light just broke the mold. Really good game. But you are right. It didn't get nearly as close to like the horror genre as like obviously Resident Evil and others have. But it's still like kind of scary in its own right. But it's more so just like fun. Like it is just a very fun game to play. Let's see here. Then Yakub put a little story in here. Let's go through it.
Yakub says, saw one when I was little. I still can recall it like it was yesterday. A woman was sitting in my parents' chair next to their bed. As I walked down the hallway, she was staring right at me. Yakub says, she got up, walked to their closet. As she walked, the door opened, and then as soon as she walked into it, the door closed behind her. Yakub says, I will never not believe after that. For what it's worth, the back of my backyard was a graveyard.
That is terrifying. Yeah, I would imagine an anecdotal experience like that would probably stick with you for the rest of your life. I've never had any single experience like that by any means, right? I've had some like terrifying instances, like so I used to live in a bit more of like a country style home with like a ranch out in the country, but nothing on that level. I have heard stories from friends that were similar though. That's terrifying though. Appreciate you sharing, by the way. It's just the frequency of that is so, it just breaks my brain. And what is she doing? Like, you should have left. Because wouldn't the reality be that it's probably a real person? And it's so dark too, it's so hard to see what's going on.
Il y a une pierre dehors comme ça. Ça mène à la rue. Les gars, ça mène à la rue. Il y a des gens dehors qui rentrent ici. Non, c'est une blague. En plus, regardez, il y a un truc qui a pété là-bas et tout. C'est sûr, c'est utilisé. Attendez, mais il y a des gens qui rentrent. S'il y a un drap en plein milieu, ça sert à rien.
Like, what kind of, Wizard of Oz magical like home is she living in?
What she discovered on her return visit was far more disturbing. Her second trip to the basement revealed a wooden staircase leading to an opening. At first, this seemed to offer a logical explanation. Perhaps homeless people had found a way in. But the supernatural activity only escalated.
Because that's the reality, right? Like, it would literally be that you would have, like, the most plausible thing to believe is like, okay, heard banging, someone just slammed the basement door while I tried opening it. There's clearly probably a homeless person who's going to do some things to me if I'm not careful, because they're probably on some kind of bend or something like that. And she's just like, I'm gonna get some more recording. I'm gonna move the ladder. It's like, dude, playing with your life, man. Like, not even treating it seriously. I don't believe this one at all. I'm going to be honest. Oh, what's up, Titan?
Her stereo began playing music on its own, and she discovered a large handprint on one of her mirrors, notably bigger than her own hand.
They literally just brought back so much nostalgia, and I don't buy that either. I'm telling you, no joke. There was a time where I was living. This is before my brothers were here. You're living at this like country house, and we didn't live near like any of our what'd you call it, like schools or like anything we really needed to go to. We lived like far out in the way. So there'd be a lot of times where like if my mom or my dad had to go pick up my brothers for whatever reason, I would just like stay at home, and it'd be a hot minute for anybody to get back. So a lot of time I'd be by myself. And there was one time I had an old radio. I used it maybe a couple times when I had my first CD. Right, largely just sat in my room. And for whatever reason, I'm not even joking you, I can remember it clear as day. I was playing like Uncharted 2 in the living room, and next thing you know, I just hear the loudest Kids Bop of all time coming from all the way across the house. And the crazy part was like it wasn't even in my room. It was in like my parents' master bedroom, like under some things in their closet. I could not get it to turn off at all. It wasn't plugged in. It's one of those radios that has to be plugged in. I picked the thing up, and I'm not even joking you, I was like 10, 11, 12 years old. I slammed the absolute shit of it on the deck outside. I just took it outside and broke it and slammed it on the deck as many times as I could until it stopped. And then I threw it in like this metal pile that we had out there, and I put it into pieces so they wouldn't be able to tell what had happened, because I didn't want people to know that I got terrified at a radio. But that music playing there just reminded me of that moment that happened with me. That's one that the moment was scary, but it didn't stick with me like that Yakub story he listed off earlier.
Next, objects in the kitchen started moving by themselves. Growing desperate, she followed her viewer's advice and attempted some cleansing rituals. However, these efforts to rid the house of negative energy backfired spectacularly.
Don't like the music. Sheesh, dude.
The most chilling revelation was that she might have inadvertently created this situation herself. By not properly closing her earlier Ouija board session, she may have left open a portal, allowing a shadow entity to enter her home.
Sheesh. I mean, in all of that, right? And the reality is it's like you have some homeless person, right? It's like trying to not be caught, who's like living at this home. Like not even scary. He's just like trying to to not be found out or exposed. This is what I mean, right? We're on like day 9 of this chick. Like what's what makes it less believable is it's like, oh, and then this happened. Oh, and then this happened. Oh, and then this happened. Oh, and then there's a handprint. Oh, and the dolls across the room. Oh, and then look, it's like it just keeps going. It's like, okay, you threw 9 different scary ghost tropes out there at once. Like they can't all be happening in the same couple of days. At least just kind of like how I view it a little bit, at least. Let me catch up a little bit on some of these chats here. Yeah, Dying Light 1.
Punished Mav says, Dying Light 1 was amazing.
Yes, Dying Light 2 might as well never have made it. Doesn't even exist in my eyes.
Punished Mav says, one of my old co-workers was within several hundred feet of an Indian burial ground. He had legitimate haunted house a couple years ago. He had to get his priest to bless his house.
Sheesh. Man. It's crazy to think that, like, you know, once you kind of get that feeling kind of set in and you do legitimately feel like your house is haunted, it's like, what do you do? Right? Do you sell it? I think some states make you actually like disclose that, which is crazy. Because obviously it would, you know, tank the property value. Same thing with like crimes and stuff too, but wild.
Titan says, I think ghosts are spirits forever stuck on the earth because they probably sold their soul or something.
Yeah, you know, there's kind of like a lot of like odd thoughts in there, right? Which is like, you know, is that what purgatory is, right? You know, all of the souls that are essentially waiting for the end of days, right? This is what they're doing, where they're kind of like in limbo is like another way to describe it. I don't know if limbo and purgatory are like the same thing, but you know, ideas along that, I guess.
Jakub says, I don't know, I have theories, but it forever made me not an atheist. I was 7 and knew without a doubt from then that there is more beyond the flesh.
Interesting. You know, I can get that, right? Like making you not an atheist, where it's like, you know, not believing in something in particular, but at least like being shown that clearly there is some force. I do get that. And Titan says,
Titan says, you should look into ultra-terrestrials sometime.
Interesting. Ultra-terrestrials. Interesting. I'll give it a look here in a second. I'm gonna write it down actually. Ultra-terrestrials. Now, is this something that anybody else has heard of, or is Titan bringing up this weird, this niche thing that no one's ever heard of? We'll find out.
Slyostish says, smoke damage or wood?
That's a question for the chat. Let me pull it back up. How did the poll do? Do we believe in ghosts in here, guys? Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay. Looks like no. Okay. Well, there we go. Let me do another one. Let me do another one here. I'm gonna actually do ghosts. I'm gonna do a ghost's question. No, I'm not gonna do that. I had a good one, but I'll let it slide for now. Interesting. I'm curious though. I'm curious.
This encounter was shared by Luis, a night officer who was experiencing some pretty scary activity at his new workplace. According to him, bizarre and terrifying things start happening, so scary that by the end, all he can do is run away.
Voy a grabar porque estoy en mi trabajo y vine a dejar unas cosas, pero aquí siempre se escuchan cosas raras, pero hoy, en el rato que llevo aquí, o sea, de plano ya son ruidos muy raros y voy a ver si puedo grabar algo. Este apagador está atorado, no puedo presionarlo, creo que no sirve y ni siquiera hay focos donde debería de haber. Este es un área como de... se almacenan muchas cosas viejas.
Okay.
Pero la verdad, ahorita yo estoy solito aquí. Tengo mucho miedo, no mames. ¿Qué fue eso?
That would get me too. Not gonna
No
lie.
sé si sea buena idea. No sé si sea buena idea. Yo aquí no hay nada.
Up to this point, he's only captured poltergeist-type activity, objects moving on their own. His nerves are obvious. The camera shakes with his trembling hand. He's clearly terrified, but the real horror was just about to begin.
Ay, no sé qué fue eso. O sea, está súper rarísimo. No sé qué habrá sido, la verdad. Pero donde más se escucha es allá arriba y la neta me están temblando las piernas para subir. No, no mames. Algo se está moviendo allá arriba. No mames. No.
Yo, what the?
No mames, no mames, no mames.
Okay,
¿Qué fue
dude,
eso?
okay. What the actual? What was that?
No mames. Algo se está moviendo allá arriba. No mames. No.
I mean, again, it's got.
No mames, no mames, no mames. ¿Qué fue eso?
It's just so linear. The path that these things take are so linear, man. Like it's so hard to believe it when it looks so like somebody just yanked it with a clothesline or fishing line.
At this point in the recording, you'll see a figure appear behind the stairs. It looks like a person wearing a black cloak, watching him. When Luis notices, it quickly hides, and seconds later, a shirt flies off a hook and lands oddly across the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Then he decides to climb to the second floor.
No manches. No mames. ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso? No mames. No mames, no mames. Esto fue lo que se movió. Me está temblando la mano.
See, I can't do all this like exasperating stuff, man. Like, see, when I get scared, I start speed running. It's like I just whatever makes this end faster. I'm not gonna do none of this like sneaking around, dude. I'm gonna bulk up, squeeze in, and just run up the stairs, man. If they get me, they get me. I can't do the tension and sitting there with the suspense. So like it's too much for me. Like I just it's go mode for me. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I probably never going to click on this guy's videos again. I'm getting it's a lot of the same old stuff there with this, but just as a reminder, King Frostmare, I'm still gonna put it in the poll here in a second. But that's who we watched here. This was somebody who was in the last one we watched too. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this actually. This is what we're gonna do. Where is it at? I'm gonna put it to a poll right now. We're gonna do it super quick. Also, big thank you, Titan, for the donation. I appreciate that very much. Give me 1 second, I'll get to you. Just gonna ask, we're gonna return to any King Frostmare videos. Okay. I guess I don't really need to do that, but it's just yes or no. We'll see how quickly this kind of flies here. I'm curious what you guys think. I'll make it full screen just so everybody sees what's going on. Looks like no is dominating. Doesn't need to be that big, to be quite honest with you. No is dominating. We'll let some of those kind of roll in here for a second. And while we're waiting for that, let's see. Let's go to some of these chats here. Yeah, go up a little bit here.
Tix Bomber says, "Have a good night, everyone. Enjoy your Friday."
Have a good night, Tix. I didn't even know you were in here, brother. I appreciate you being here, though. Thank you very much, man.
The Dark Soul says, "There's probably more to this life, I believe that, but the ghost thing. I'm just not sure. I believe in whatever is tangible, TBH."
Interesting. Kind of a hands-on approach from that. I can get that. You know, especially in an era of, you know, just the nonsense we go through right now. It's like, I don't even blame people for not believing in this stuff, to be quite honest with you.
Titan says. The leading theory is that when you die you go into a soul sleep as you wait for the end of days. But I think when you make those contracts with the devils of this world, when you die you are stuck.
That's how I've kind of come to understand it as well. Especially for someone who is, Protestant. I had coming from that background, right? That's coming from that background. I didn't have the strongest kind of grasp on some of these concepts. So, big thank you to all the Orthodox and the Roman Catholics who are here, who kind of pulled me out of that, and showed me the way a little bit. So I do appreciate that.
Punished Mav says. In Orthodox theology, nearly all spirits you encounter are demons. And not all demons are fallen angels. Some are damned souls to hell.
Yeah, if anyone's curious, Dark Cell, who is in chat right now, Dark Cell, me, and World did a joint podcast that's on the Jar Openers podcast. It's a separate channel by itself. You can find our episode there. We talked about the Nephilim in the second half of that episode. And let's see, let's get another one.
Titan has donated $9.99 and says Ultra or Ultra Terrestrials was the leading theory before Extra. Basically describing what you would more than likely call demons.
Interesting. So the extraterrestrial implies that it's like not of Earth, but maybe ultra-terrestrial. It's like beings here, but are of supernatural. Yeah, I guess that makes more sense. I answered the question myself. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it, brother.
Slyostish says. Or. Hear me out. Fourth dimension overlays our dimension and portals are real. Or accessing the fourth is real. Not sure if the red night vision goggles of WW2-ish area. They say demons/4th dimension?
Yeah, what was that? Was that what it was called? Red night vision? I've heard some of those stories from World War II. And likewise, that people were like, they saw things they did not intend on seeing and were very terrifying. But yes, because of AI, there's so many of these different ones. It's like the what's it called? All the different video generations in AI. There's so much slop, which is partly why I think YouTube kind of rolled out a secondary mechanism. They're going to start tamping down or tightening down or batting down the hatches on a lot of this kind of AI slop content, which is good. And yeah, I do see that. Right, go to liturgy someday. I know. I need to. Trust me. I am right now halfway, slightly. Really, it's only my wife's been the only one that's been going. A local Lutheran church near me. That's where we've kind of settled in at. But she's been going. I haven't because I've just been largely just discontent with it at large. But back to the video though. Looks like we are no on King Frostmare. Just to show everybody the poll, that is the data. King Frostmare looks like it got literally 1 vote. So with that, King Frostmare is off the list. We will no longer be watching King Frostmare. His videos are weak. They do kind of suck, to be honest. Okay, and so moving on from King Frostmare, it's actually gonna be a little bit of a change up. So what we have here is gonna be actually not in the same light of these compilation videos. I have 2 of them, and they're short horror films. And this is something that I really wasn't even aware of that people did, to be quite honest with you. But I caught one on I think it was a King Will stream that I was watching. So I was like, okay, I want to see if there's any more of these out there. Surely there has to be, right? Surely there has to be more of these people who, have put out some of this content. And surely enough, there are. So this first one that we have, if I can get rid of these. So the first one that we have actually is from a company called SIAC Company. Okay, I apologize. I'm trying to get this on screen. Okay, sorry guys. So it's called Don't Turn Off the Light. It's a short horror film. It's about 3 minutes long. But it's posted 3 weeks ago, has already 1/3 views, and it's from this account called ACM Official. Don't Turn Off the Light. Forgive me, yeah. The other one's from SIAC Company. This is from ACM Official. So unsure. One that I saw looked really cool. one that I saw sucked. But let's take a listen, see how it is. And then again, same thing. We'll run a poll, see if you guys like it, dislike it, and we'll move on from there. And that did sound like it's a little bit louder than the other ones are. So I'll try to watch that too, but I'll go ahead and let it rip.
Get them plugged in. Hurry.
This is not a test. Find shelter immediately. Avoid dark areas. Stay in the light. I repeat, stay in the light. 6 hours until sunrise. Good luck.
Do you think we're safe here? It's here.
Quick. Bulb. Taylor. Taylor, bulb.
What?
Jamie. Did you see that?
Yeah.
What was it?
Quick, bulb. How many bulbs do we have left?
One. We aren't gonna make it, are we?
No. We just have to survive until the sun rises. Bulb.
I gotta be honest, the acting sucks, dude. Not saying I could do better, man, but right now the acting sucks, dude. Shoot, my bad, guys.
Hey, Taylor.
I think we should make a run for it.
No, we won't survive in the dark. No.
Okay. That sucked. I figured I would try it. But that sucked.
Step into Wick Studio.
Oh my gosh, man. That sucked. So, okay. Probably not that ever again. That was ACM. I'm not even gonna do a poll on that one. Not gonna do that one. So here, this is the other one that I found that I did look through earlier. This is from the CIAK company or CIAK company, however you want to pronounce it. Don't have that many subscribers, 22,000, but it does have 160,000 views. Not too many thumbs up. I've actually gotten more on less views, but we'll give it a whirl. Let's see how it is. It's got a weird kind of format to it, by the way. So I'm not sure if this is like foreign. But go ahead and let it rip. Here it is. This is better already. Dude, this one's way better quality already. Oh, it's a loop. Man, I'm not gonna lie, this is really well produced. I'm captivated. Jeez, man. Heartbeat, dude. He's like, fine, I'll sit in the chair. Super like weak ending. Maybe they ran out of budget. That was a solid one. That was solid. Okay. I like that one. This is a small company. I just subscribed to them Again, this is SEAC Company down here for only 20,000 subs. Like, okay, I'll give them a thumbs up. That was solid, right? Almost 6 minutes long. Let me put it in chat here. I'm curious. We'll do another poll. We'll do a poll for them. I feel like that was worthy enough of seeing. So put it down here. Not that. So this is the SEAC company. Let's see, yes or no there. And then I'm going to go look back at the chats here too. Catch up on that. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. Okay. So some of the chats, let me go scroll back up here. I think I missed one. Where are we at?
Caffeine and Diesel says, all the spooky videos that come out of the turd world are over the top and scummy. I think they just followed the algo for views.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, I mean, that part of it I think is too the like the AI, right, and the storytelling. It's getting very similar. Like I've seen some of the same footage over and over and over, like reused, and a lot of these same things, just different, like, you know, text to describe what's happening. And this time it was a camp where the bear came and mauled these two women, and then the next one you hear it's like a guy and a girl, and the guy got mad at his wife, and you know, and it's like, yeah, it's so basic. You could probably make some good money, you know, if you were to, you know, got lucky on the algorithm, to be honest. Somebody had asked what that was, the first one. These are like short horror films. Supposedly, this is like a growing kind of niche on YouTube. I've seen a bunch of these little companies pop up. So I figured might as well add them and bring them in, rope them in, if you will. But looks like we're split right now, 50-50, on if we should push that or do that again. I'm kind of curious. I've seen Unseen Horrors, Ultra Terrestrials. Somebody else had a suggestion for me. I think it was Alter. So I'm going to write those down. All right. I bring this in here. It's going to get dark for a second, but we'll be okay. So let's do that then. So I'm going to add this to my list here. Ultra Terrestrials, Alter, and Unseen Horrors. And if you guys do have any other suggestions, in the description of this video, there is a link to the Discord. In the Discord, there is a specific channel specifically set aside for those who would like to offer up suggestions for topics as well as guests. So definitely take advantage of that. It looks like we're 50-50 right now. Not getting too many votes in. I'm just going to go ahead and end it because I'll be the fifth deciding vote. We will see SEAC Company on the next one of these if they have a new thing to look at. I like them. And then we'll vote again then too, since that was a close vote here as well. I did have a couple other videos I wanted to go through, but that first one killed a lot of my time. So we got what, about 25 minutes? It's not going to be enough to get through either of those. No, we'll do it. We're going to do it. Let me grab this one. I'm going to put it over on here. We got one more. This one is from Sir Spooks. If anyone's familiar with that name, Sir Spooks. His thumbnails are pretty fire, can't lie. Let me get that over here. So Sir Spooks, this is like the shortest of all of them. We're not going to get to the fifth video today, so I do apologize. Let me grab this, put this up on screen. This is from Sir Spooks. Almost 1 million subscribers. Looks like he's got a lot more kind of play in this niche, but this one is the scariest videos I've seen all month. So this better be good. So here we go. 30 minutes. And we'll just go ahead and let it rip. Now, I don't think I missed anything. Oh, I wanted to make sure too. Yeah, any suggestions at all? definitely send them. And also too, yeah, where are you guys from? Somebody had asked me where I'm from. I am from Ohio. I think Punished asked that. I'm from Ohio. Let me know where you guys are from. And mods, while you're at it, anyone that says they're from India, Israel, or Michigan, ban them forever. Anyways, okay, let's watch the video.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 13 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. Over on the Paranormal Encounters subreddit, a user known as SageMan123 posted a video that showcases some extremely creepy goings-on that his friend took after moving into a new house. At the start of the video, the guy is talking to the camera and saying that his pet dog is laser focused on something in the distance that he cannot see. He proceeds to talk to the camera about how unsettling the whole situation is when out of nowhere, this happens.
You alright? Mm-hmm. I know. I think something's wrong. I don't know. I hear noises, but I'm not even sure.
Yeet.
Are you kidding me right now?
After this happens, the guy is audibly shocked and also amazed at the whole situation. The uploader's friend then continues to record in silence for a while, before suddenly his pet dog begins barking very loudly at something in the house. Even after his attempts to try to calm him down, the dog continues to bark, clearly very angry at something. Then this happens.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Jackson. Jackson. What's wrong? There's banging and stuff.
Why are you just sitting there awkwardly, dude? Okay.
The fuck?
Mysteriously, the door in the room slowly closes all by itself, while the dog continuously barks. Not much else is known about this video, but it's definitely quite eerie. The uploader says that his friend moved out of that house shortly afterward, and it's hard to blame him. While it's easy to jump to paranormal conclusions, there are of course more grounded possibilities like drafts, unlevel flooring, or air pressure causing doors to shut on their own. And dogs can sometimes react to things like distant sounds or shadows that we might not pick up on right away. However, the timing of the dog's barking, combined with the door closing by itself right after, does feel a little too perfect to dismiss entirely. Whether paranormal or not, I'd say anyone in that situation would probably feel uneasy, and I can't really blame his friend for moving out when he did.
That wouldn't, to be honest, that wasn't that scary at all. Also, sorry, there's something wrong with the chats. They weren't loading in at all, so apologize.
Donnie Brooks says, Atlas, check out Unseen Horrors and check out the videos he has up.
Will do. I added that. I think you had said that. I saw it somewhere earlier. You had said that's like a bunch of shorts they do.
The Dark Soul says, remember when action and horror were practical? I miss those days. The Dark Soul says, Blinky 500/Productions did a bunch of good horror fan films back in the old YouTube days.
There was a really good one that I saw from, I wish I could remember the company. It's like literally just like these three guys, and they made one that was almost like an hour long that was really good. Like, I mean, it was better than a lot of movies I've seen recently, to be quite honest with you. Let's see here. I'll still look up ultra terrestrials. That's funny. We got some, yeah, Israel is a perma ban. Yeah, I'm still throwing heat at Michigan. Yeah, somebody asked where I'm from. I'm literally wearing an old Ohio State sweatshirt literally right now. But yes, a sports ball enjoyer for as much as you would take that, I guess, right? I rarely ever talk about it. I do root for my Buckeyes, though, every so often, but definitely not to the length of what you see a lot of guys doing it, that's for sure. But regardless, I still don't respect people from Michigan, and that is permanent. If you're from Detroit, I don't even think you're human, to be quite honest with you. But anyways.
Imagine you're going out for a drive late at night, perhaps just trying to relax and enjoy yourself, or maybe you're coming home from work and then you see something so unbelievably creepy that you know you have to film it, or else the rest of the world won't believe you. Well, that's exactly what happened to Reddit user Brom10, who posted a highly unsettling video to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit over 2 years ago. In the video, we watch as Brom10 slowly drives his way forward while filming out the side window of the car. At first, it can be a little difficult to see whatever it is that has his attention, but once you see it, it'll chill you to the core. Bizarrely, a group of over 30 people dressed in all black can be seen lingering around this park. Obviously, something incredibly suspicious is going on here.
I mean,
but as for what exactly?
That is a little terrifying, right? Imagine if you looked out your window of like your house and you saw this in your front yard. Yeah. More terrifying than a ghost, that's for sure.
Nobody knows. It's entirely possible that this is the workings of some kind of mysterious cult. Then again, it could just be a random group of people with no sinister intentions deciding to meet up this way.
Has anybody seen Omega Man? It's the second iteration of I Am Legend. So I'm pretty sure it goes I Am Legend, Omega Man, I Am Legend. Like the third one would be the one with Will Smith in it. Yeah, you should that's what that gives me these vibes, right? That's like the cult in it that's hunting all the people down.
It's tempting to imagine something sinister going on here, especially when you see over 30 people gathered silently in the dark. However, it's worth considering that it could have been a performance group, a themed gathering, or even a prank designed to scare people passing by. Still, the fact that no one seemed to be actively doing anything, just standing there in the dark, definitely pushes this from strange to borderline terrifying. Whether it was harmless or not, I think
standing there menacingly. I'm sorry, guys. I think I need to like pull my chat actually out completely and keep it by itself. I'm getting to the point where my my laptop's just not cutting it for as much production as I'm trying to get done. But anyways, here's the rest of it.
Most people would agree that this is not something you'd want to stumble across alone at night. But I'm curious to hear what you guys think of this one. Do you think these people were up to no good, or do you think that there's nothing to worry about here? This next video was posted by Reddit user SoggyGate9281, who caught something incredibly strange on a home security camera. The video starts with the alarm suddenly going off, which already sets a creepy tone. But then, things get even weirder.
Bro, tell me someone is not waving a dildo in front of the security camera. What is going on? Assuming that's just like door moving, like it's gate moving.
You can clearly see a white, ghostly figure moving across the frame, casting a distinct shadow as it moves. That detail alone makes this clip stand out, since most so-called ghost orbs or mist videos don't show any kind of shadow interaction.
What are we talking
Some
about?
might argue it could be fog or a light artifact, but the way it casts a shadow raises serious questions. If this were just a camera glitch, you'd expect the shadow to be missing or inconsistent. The video was posted just a few days ago, so no updates have surfaced yet. But here's hoping the homeowners find out what's going on, or at least get a good night's sleep sometime soon. TikTok user Kills25 posted the security camera footage from their home, and while it starts off pretty uneventfully, things take a weird turn very quickly.
I love this guy's editing, by
The clip shows
the way.
a quiet living room in the middle of the night, until suddenly, the curtains start moving on their own, even though nobody is near them.
Okay. I see the wind chime moving a little bit too. Is that it? It was just the curtain? Caffeine and Diesel, I go live very irregularly. Okay. The curtain does not want to be closed. But yeah, about like once a week, twice a week, somewhere in there. I'm trying to be more consistent though. It's a battle between working a job and then also doing this at the same time. It just makes it a little hard to not be impromptu.
The homeowner walks over and closes the curtains, but they keep opening again on their own, almost like someone or something is trying to look outside. While there are such things as automatic curtains, these appear to be ordinary manual ones, and even if it was a draft, it's strange that the curtains seem to move so consistently. Some might also wonder if air vents or open windows could cause the motion, but the way the curtains move and how the homeowner reacts suggests this isn't something they've seen happen before. Maybe it is just a breeze, or maybe someone or something
Yeah, it's just a
wanted
breeze,
to take
my
a peek
guy.
outside. Either way, it's definitely enough to make you double check your own windows tonight.
Yeah, this guy's way better
In
than
this
what we were
next
just
video,
watching.
TikTok user Adam Tristan films what seems like a quiet moment in his bedroom, until you notice something deeply unsettling. Take a close look.
No mames. Ya lo vi, jefe.
Thank you, Donnie.
Párate ahí, Pola. ¿Será que me acerco?
Sí.
Ni se ve.
You can see a pale, human-like face peeking out from the small closet in the corner of the
They
room.
didn't even react.
A few moments later, the closet door with a mirror on it creaks open by itself. There's no extra context given, which makes it all the more mysterious. Is it someone hiding in there, a clever prank, or something paranormal? It's worth noting that lighting, reflections, or even staged setups could explain something like this. But if it's not a setup, the way the face stays perfectly still and the door moves on its own makes this feel genuinely creepy. I don't know about you, but if that happened to me, I'd probably be checking into a hotel for the night.
It would help if I had like, it was more than 8 pixels.
The following video
That's
was
beautiful.
uploaded to the UFO subreddit by a user known as Camino das Almas, and has been getting a lot of attention. The video in question was filmed on September 8th, 2023
So some
in
alien
Porto,
stuff now.
Portugal. The uploader says that at the time of recording, he thought he had captured just one metallic sphere flying away along the same axis he was facing. However, he says that what's not shown in the very beginning is that the object actually flew directly over him at a low altitude.
What the
Yeah, what is this?
I'm a baller.
Can you zoom in? My guy, can you zoom in?
He writes, quote, "The first 2 minutes of the video is the raw, unedited footage showing the original sighting. After that, I've included a stabilized and zoomed in view to highlight the best visual of the main metallic sphere. Here's the crazy part. Nearly a year later..."
Hold on. I want to see where he's at. So he's in Portugal. He says, "At the time, I thought I had filmed just one metallic sphere flying away from me along the same axis I was facing. What's not shown in the very beginning, because I didn't start recording fast enough, is that this object actually flew over me. Said it's raw." So this is in Portugal. I was curious. I'm like, where's he at, dude? Like, I don't... The buildings like didn't look like they were even from Earth. Like it's like a fantasy universe. That's cool.
While reviewing the footage more closely, I discovered there were 8 more metallic spheres in the same clip, very far in the background and moving fast. They're almost impossible to notice at normal speed, so I edited the video to include slow motion, zoom-ins, and visual tracking to help reveal them. I did my best to point them out and make the details clearer without altering the core footage. Would love to hear what you think, or if anyone can enhance this further." End quote. A lot of people in the comments are impressed by how clear and natural the footage looks.
Yeah.
Of course, some think it could be balloons, birds, or video glitches, but the way the spheres reflect light and move in formation seems a bit too coordinated for something like that.
This is a little
What do
wild.
you guys think? Is this the real deal or something else entirely? Be sure to let me know in the comments.
Okay. There's another believable one. Okay. Yeah, he's let me go grab this.
Caffeine and Diesel says, "I'll jump on the Discord then. I just found this channel last week. Good shit."
That's awesome. Mad respect for that. Yeah, I have it set up in our Discord that if I go live, or a couple of the other creators that are in there, if they go live on YouTube, it sends a notification via Discord, so it's one extra way, because we know how YouTube likes to play these things. That's kind of the way that I set it up, because I know I do go impromptu, and as well, I can kind of give at least like an hour notice or 30-minute notice or something like that too as well. But definitely get in there and tell everybody that Atlas and Donnie sent you. But BY Texas hears Spanish being spoken. It's funny.
This video was posted to TikTok by user CCE Pedrao in February of this year, and is definitely one of the eerier ones to surface recently. The video shows security camera footage recorded in the middle of the night that starts off looking completely normal, but that changes in just a few seconds.
Oh, bro. Okay.
A strange, ghostly figure can be seen wandering
Like that
around
by itself,
outside.
man. Just the looking, just the pop out. That is terrifying. I mean, at least to me it is. I don't know about you guys, but like that little pop out, yeah, I don't want to be seeing that in my backyard.
Strange, ghostly figure can be seen wandering around outside, slowly moving across the screen before the video cuts off. Some viewers believe this could be a spirit caught on camera, possibly lingering around a location tied to its past. Others have suggested that it could simply be a person walking by, especially given the distance and lighting. Still, the slow, smooth movement of the figure and the timing of its appearance definitely make this feel more unsettling than the typical late-night passerby. Whether you think it's paranormal or not, it's the kind of clip that stays with you. And
because when she turns around like that, it's like the dog barked at her. That makes you think it's like a real person. Just like maybe they're homeless or lost or something. I mean, super eerie kind of screen here too with the pink on it.
Might
yeah.
make you think twice the next time your outdoor camera picks something up at 3 a.m.
Yikes.
A TikTok user named Dacia M. Solis Silla posted a short but very creepy video to her account recently. She explains that her home security system detected movement in the living room while she was in the bedroom with her daughter. Naturally, she decided to check the footage to see what it had picked up, and what she found was definitely not what she expected. If you look closely, you can see a quick shadowy movement near the wall, almost like a face or figure peeking out and ducking back. It happens very fast, but if you pause and rewind at the right moment, it's definitely there. Some viewers think this could be the spirit of a child or former resident, while others suggest it could be a camera glitch or bug flying past the lens. Still, given the timing and the fact that no one else was in the room, it's hard to shake the feeling that something or someone was watching from that wall.
Or legitimately is just an actual child. Let's take some little ad here. Give me. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, that is like a perfect place to stop, because I think we have the top 5 left. I'm going to have that, type that in right now. Also, because I can hear my daughter in the other room getting very angry. Top 5 left on this video. So this will be the top of what we watch next time on One Christian versus Scary Videos number 3, which probably will be next week or 2 weeks from now. But I did want to say big appreciation to everybody who wanted to stop in today and just catch us on a more casual evening. Obviously, it's very fun to get away from the more serious nature kind of things. Plus, as well, when I don't have, hours to do show prep and kind of get some points ready to go and get materials prepared, this is a pretty easy kind of pivot to be able to at least, maintain consistency on some level on YouTube. So with that, I do want to say I am very appreciative of everybody who is here, all the involvement as well. Definitely join the Discord if you haven't already. Documentaries coming out, a couple of them. Obviously, dispensationalism is going to be the next one that will be coming. I am shooting by the end of this month that one will be out, and then still unsure on the timeline for Freedom of Association. But I'm actually a little bit more excited about that one in particular. Caffeine and Diesel's asking, it's a creator channel on Discord? Yes, somewhat. There's probably about 60, 70 of us in there right now, but I think there's about 4 or 5 of us who are creators. So it's a good mix of both right now. The biggest 2 being me and Whirl in there. Then you also have Chris Stockham. We recently picked up. Dark Cell is in there as well. We also have Dirty Money. And I believe there's one more, but I'm probably wrong about that. But yes, come in there. Just let me know whatever your channel is. If you want the channel to be set up to give notifications in the Discord, I can do that for you. And as well too, along with the topic submissions, there is a big section for guest submissions as well. And that's one thing that we are actually desperately lacking, is a good enough rotational roster of guests to bring in, especially for me being like basically a nobody. It's kind of hard to like get collabs. I've reached out to people a few times. I have seen the Hood Conservative in here like a few times. I don't know if he's ever responded to me, but if the guy would like to do a collab stream, if he ever sees this, please reach out to me in some way that like I can actually read the message. I think we might have just missed each other a few times. But with that though, I'm always looking to bring on like guests for myself for on here as well. Some people I've thought about reaching out to that are like some bigger names. There's one that he actually follows me, or mutuals. There's a couple that follow me that are mutuals that I've been thinking about adding on. One of them would be Jeff Younger. But also Lily Gaddis, I think, is somebody who I think I would try to reach out to as well. And one cool thing that I noticed today as well, and this is kind of like a side bit of information. There's a girl that's a mutual connection between me and Whirl, but largely more so Whirl. And she basically was, she was doing a lot of sourcing for him. I don't want to say too much if I'm not supposed to. But she did you know, she was one of the individuals who tried restreaming the Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes as it was premiering. And then she did get a 90-day streaming ban from YouTube for the copyright strike. I just didn't realize she was a groyper. So that was pretty cool. So I'm going to try to reach out to her to see if she would like to set something up as well. Because that's probably the next step for myself, is obviously bringing on collaborations, probably debates, discussions, really putting it to the test. I've actually asked to debate multiple people. I've not gotten responses from any of them, so it's just a rough spot to be in. And with that too, one active debate we're still searching for, I would like to have a feminist debate, kind of the classic whatever kind of trope debate, if you will. I'd like to get something like that set up. More likely it'll be me and Dark Cell versus two other people. You know, I'm willing to pair up with Dark Cell and go at it, although I don't know if me and Dark Cell even agree all the way. But I think we largely agree on recognizing the female or the woman problem for what it is. But just leave you with a couple updates with where I'm at, where it's going. But I did want to say thank you very much. Hopefully I didn't break the chat again. It's been so buggy. I need to fix that and go check on what's going on. But with that, thank you guys very much. I do appreciate it. I will see you guys more than likely with a video, not tomorrow, but on Sunday. I'll drop a video on Sunday, might stream on Monday. We'll just have to see how it goes and how my work schedule is. But that's kind of the tentative schedule for right now. Thank you all very much. I appreciate the donations as always. I'm very appreciative of that. It helps me obviously make this more of a reality. And but with that, thank you guys, and I will see you all next time. Take care.
The chains clink, hear the echo in the fog of the land. Dollar bills on the leash, gripped tight by the hand. Eagles clip, can't fly, wings covered in grime. Statues cry, tears of oil, rusted gears at a time. Never bow, never break, never simping again. Simping's a sickness, let the truth be the pen. Trust the plan, they said, but look where we stand. A chessboard flip, now it's war in the sand. Puppet strings pulled tight, marionettes in the hall. Politicians dance smooth while the empire falls. Mountains of debt, can't climb, can't crawl. Truth buried deep beneath the Capitol walls. Drums of war beat heavy, echo loud in the haze. Promises shattered like glass in a maze. Voices scream betrayal, trapped in the blaze. The flag waves torn, lost in forgotten days. Never bow, never break, never simping again. Simping's a sickness, let the truth be the pen. Trust the plan, they said, but look where we stand. A chessboard flip, now it's war in the sand. Never bow, never break, never simping again. Simping's a sickness, let the truth be the pen. Trust the plan, they said, but look where we stand. A chessboard flip, now it's war in the sand. Trump card played wrong, now the deck's in their hands. Deal signed in the dark, bleeding out the land. Fist clenched, eyes sharp, time to make a stand. Own our future, no pawn, just a king in demand. Trump card played wrong, now the deck's in their hands. Deal signed in the dark, bleeding out the land. Fist clenched, eyes sharp, time to make a stand. Own our future, no pawn, just a king in demand.